NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cards and the Broncos, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. And off we go from Denver. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Well, here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Murray. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Calling pickup for 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. They're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. They get your eye.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the lane closes up quickly as they get about 3 down to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray going to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, to give the punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. There's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Murray again. This is Connor. Oh, Connor loses it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a competitive game here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 19 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
From the 29, Wilson gets it to Gordon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They go play action with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Broncos had 10-3 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It was Marcus Golden that time who came roaring in to get him.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Murray now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray now to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Murray from midfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Murray. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
and goal. Melvin Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. As the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustment. play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down. Sometimes you try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Wilson on first down. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. Touchdown, Broncos. Corbin Sutton, his 4th touchdown. To their advantage. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Corbin Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point from McManus is good. The lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience. Or
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Finding room at midfield. They'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
This was a nice example of an offensive player who was scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They run behind center with Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 yards remain for second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hurts has it left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Finding Ertz again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Murray to air it out again. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Murray, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Murray. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll run for it with Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, He's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to the 4th quarter lead. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Green brings it in. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray. And that throw behind his man, he missed it, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Murray now. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Murray. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Murray again. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's play now. Let's go.
first down. Murray eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Second down and goal. Murray. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Broncos, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up.